let's talk about joints. What actually joints are and what it is when they sometimes crack or they made weird noises. Can you tell us, doctor?
Yeah, the joint is a place where two bones meet. Generally, we have many joints in the body. These are like very important parts of our body, especially because if they have some problem, especially inside the joints, there is a cartilage which works like a shock absorber.
Okay.
And when there is a weight on the joints, so it will protect the joints from the bones rubbing against each other. But when the cartilage dries up or it damages, that's when people start to feel a lot of pain, especially the knee joints.
Right.
They have a lot of strong pains, and especially in the old age, there is a natural degeneration of cartilage. The cartilage dries up. But in Ayurveda, joint pains are considered to be caused by excess of Vata. Again, the Vata is one kind of energy in the body which is responsible for moving things from one place to another. And one of the symptoms or one of the qualities of Vata is dryness. So wherever there is too much Vata, it will cause dryness. So if it goes into the joints, it dries up the lubrication there, the cartilage, or what we call the fluid, synovial fluid, which is very, very important part of the joint to keep the joints healthy. So why this Vata increases in the body? This is an interesting thing to know. According to Ayurveda, the Vata will increase when we have too much wrong type of foods or too much Vata increasing foods, for example, cold, dry, very light, very, what we say sometimes deep fried also.
So you have to balance those airy foods with something that will
airy
alleviate
food, gas forming foods, beans, for example. So you have to be careful, especially if you are having joint pains. You should avoid these things immediately. I have seen people they are suffering from joint pains for years. They're drinking cold drinks, they're drinking cold water, they're eating ice creams, they're eating chips, they're eating some kind of dry things.
And then the joints start to crack like the chips.
Of course, yes.
Of course.
That's very true, because when there is dryness, it is very cracky.
Right.
So you have the cracking noise in the joint.
So can you also apply something on your joint to not only alleviate the pain but maintain their health?
Of course, in Ayurveda, one of the things that we advise is massaging the joints with oil. Sesame oil is very nice, but you can make a very nice pain relieving oil at your home. Take about 10 grams of garlic and remove the skin, cut it into small pieces, and cook it in about 200 milliliter of sesame oil. It's very nice. If you want to make it more pain relieving, you can put some fresh ginger also in this. So ginger, garlic cooked in the oil and then filter it. This oil is good for any kind of joint pain, back pain, neck pain, muscle stiffness. You can use it. Very nice. Try this. I've used this with so many of my patients. They're so happy with this. But normally,
with something that less smelly, there is also something.
Just normal sesame oil you can massage. Just normal sesame oil massage every day with your fingers or with your palms, and this is very effective. In Ayurveda, we definitely have some internal herbs that can also balance the Vata. Ginger is one, very good. Ginger powder, 1 teaspoon in the morning, 1 teaspoon in the evening. You can mix it in warm water and drink. Very nice. Fenugreek is good also. Fenugreek seeds, if you can find. You can soak 1 teaspoon of fenugreek in a glass of water in the night, and next morning just eat it and drink the water. Very effective. Aloe vera is also good. You can eat aloe vera. That's basically from nourishing the joints. It gives nourishments, and you can also.
And what should we be aware about joints? Because there are probably some minor issues with joints, like this little cracking. But aren't they symptoms of something bigger coming up?
Oh, there are bigger symptoms like stiffness in the joints, pain in the joints, swelling in the joints, sometimes burning pain, sometimes very severe pain. So these symptoms you have to recognize. And in Ayurveda, then we have pains, joint pains, especially due to different reasons. If it is a burning pain, then that means there is too much acid or too much pitta is there. So that is like sometimes uric acid. They say too much uric acid can cause joint pains. Sometimes there is swelling in the joints, and joints are very painful. So this is ama in the joints. So now we have to digest the ama and remove the ama. Ama is the mama, I say always. Ama is the mother of all disease. You will say wherever ama reaches in our body, the ama, the toxic material which arises from undigested food, wherever it goes in the body, it will create a disease. And sometimes there is just very thin, dry joints. That is vata in the joints. So all vata, pitta, ama, they can cause joint pains. So this is the beauty of Ayurveda. In Ayurvedic treatments, whenever we are treating a joint problem, we always look for the root cause. It's not just apply this cream and that's it, or take a painkiller and that's it. No, that doesn't solve the problem. Of course, it will kill the pain, but it does not remove the root cause of the problem. In Ayurveda, we have wonderful treatments. We have Panchakarma treatments, very nice Panchakarma treatments, especially for chronic conditions. We have very nice Ayurvedic medicines. So those of you who are suffering from joint pains and you really have not found any treatment for this, I will advise you just try these simple things. Apply some oil on your joints and maybe try to avoid foods which are dry, cold, crunchy, crispy. This will help. So many people in the world now are using Ayurvedic, simple food lifestyle changes, and they see amazing results. Just simple oil massage can make so much difference because we need some oil in the joints. It's like a machine. A machine is dry, you put some oil and it starts to work. Otherwise, there is too much friction, too much, wear and tear in the joints, and that can. Obesity is another cause. For example, obesity can cause also joint pains. Sometimes it is due to some other disease also. There is some kind of other disease. Sometimes outer injury can cause a joint pain.
Right, and if you do sport, or
excessive sports,
sometimes there's a habit of doing something funny with your joints, like because it kind of alleviate your pain, or you do it with your spine, or you crack your fingers.
Sometimes stretching helps you, because when the joint have a problem, there is the muscles which are attached to that, they become stiff. So just cracking the joint makes the muscles relax, but do it under proper guidance. Don't just try to just do it yourself. Sometimes there are people who manipulate, and like chiropractors, they crack your joints, which helps temporarily, but we have to work on the root cause. Which is inner, and inner we have to take something internal.
So I think this time we know now what the joint is, what it really means, and remember, Ama is the mama of all the troubles. And thank you for the information about the joints.
Thank you.